Hello everyone, I'm the Mad Hatter 92 and welcome back. Last week I made a video about some of the things I enjoy about Halloween. I thought I'd make a follow-up video to that. I'm still watching some shows and listening to some tunes now to actually get myself hyped for Halloween, as I do every year. Still watching Chainsaw Man. I actually haven't watched that in a couple of days. I got to finish that first season on Blu-ray. And speaking of that, the movie comes out next Friday, and I think it's just like Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. I think it's have a limited viewing. But I am curious where it'll be playing because there's a couple of theaters I do enjoy. Some are nicer than the others, but there's like three I usually like going to, my absolute favorite. So I'm curious to see if they're playing nearby because I'm really looking forward to that. I still want to see Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, but it has a long runtime. If I'm not mistaken, it has like 2 hours and 35 or 45 minutes, so it's almost a 3-hour movie. It's pretty long. But again, exclusive in theaters, just like Chainsaw Man will be. So I think if I don't get a chance to see either of them, it'll probably be on streaming services maybe next year. I think Demon Slayer for sure. I think the movie will be out probably next year on Crunchyroll or things like that, but I'll find out. But there's certain music too you gotta listen to, just like some Christmas music and Halloween music you just gotta listen to. It just seems right, every year. The Monster Mash, it's absolute classic. I remember in second grade, we dressed up for Halloween, and just like a lot of other places, it was different then though. I grew up in the 90s, so second grade back then was a lot more different than what it is now. So I'm sure costumes are still viable, and other work environments like your workplace, depends where you're at, you can dress up for Halloween and stuff. But it depends. Sometimes it's company themed, which is really silly. They pick up like it's sports or it's some sort of animal, or it can be anything kind of theme. I understand it's their way of not controlling you, but just to like maintain order, if you will. I miss dressing up for work, nothing like, nothing offensive, nothing inappropriate, risque, violent, or anything like that, but I miss it, I did it a couple times, like now it's all company-themed costumes and whatnot. In school, I'm pretty sure it's the same guidelines, just back when I grew up, it's supposed to now. You have to maintain certain guidelines, nothing offensive, nothing violent, all that jazz. But it's fun. We would, in second grade, I was embarrassed to do this. If I did this now, I'd be totally embarrassed. But I was in second grade, so I don't care if I was embarrassed what I looked like when I was dancing. We'd go in the gymnasium. After lunch break, go back to class, and about 2 hours before we left school, we go in the gymnasium, and then it'd be all cleared out of the tables. They put on certain music, and we all did the Monster Mash. That's absolute classic. I'm embarrassed. Like, if I can see myself back then, I was like, it's fine, I won't fall myself, but I will not do that now, obviously. But it was a good time. And everyone dressed up, too. Like, almost every class had a costume. There were certain, children that didn't dress up, but, like, I remember my class was very big on it. Like, every single person did. Even my teachers did, too, so that was pretty cool. And what else have I been watching? I've been playing Resident Evil 4 Remake and the original, just cause. A good time to play those. Dying Light the Beast. I'm almost done with that. Pretty good game, too. I've mentioned this. I don't know if I mentioned it, but it's pretty good. Now, I am disappointed that it didn't get a full-on physical release. It's essentially, it's a DLC, if you will, but it's a big DLC. I'm probably halfway through the campaign. I've been doing most side quests and getting all safe houses and exploring almost every nook and cranny I can. It's very fun. Dying Light 2 and Dying Light the Beast, there's been a lot of debacle and backlash with Dying Light 2, which I understand. There's certain gripes I have with the game myself, but I still very much enjoy it. But even now, I still, almost through the Beast, I still like Dying Light the most. Classic. They had a remastered version. It's been on many different platforms, even on the Switch and a couple other things. And my brother has it on the Switch, and he says it's actually pretty good. I'm actually surprised I don't have it myself on the Switch. I should do that. It'd be fun to have that on the go. But I still got to watch a couple more movies. In fact, I've been kind of negligent on that. I got to watch at least 2 movies today, and then like one every other day at least, because I'm off on the weekends. It's Saturday now, so I'm very fortunate I got the weekends off, so I can do a lot between then. But I got other stuff to do too. But no, I got to watch District 9, Underwater, maybe the first Resident Evil movie. Yeah, I think those will be up next. And you know what I really want to watch? I haven't watched it in a while. I always watched it during middle school, a lot during middle school. I was in 6th grade. Cartoon Network, back when Cartoon Network was really good. I think after like Ed and Eddie stopped, I stopped watching, stuff on Cartoon Network. And then we started getting shows like Adventure Time is good. I'm talking about the Amazing World of Gumball and these other shows. They are weird. I've kind of dwelled into a little bit. My niece and nephew would come over sometimes when I'm watching them while my sister was out and about. And I didn't care for the show. It was just really, really weird. But to each their own. It's all well and good. But that's when I stopped watching Cartoon Network after that show premiered. But still, nonetheless, very good. All the stuff on there, some classics. But I wouldn't watch it myself again. But this Halloween, I'm kind of curious to see how many people turn out for not in the neighborhood I'm in, because it's almost non-existent. But the place I'll be going to is going to be very big. In fact, I visited my sister, niece, and nephew yesterday, and they're really big on it. I mean, I've seen multiple houses, almost every single house in that neighborhood was decked out for Halloween attire. So I'm very much looking forward to being around there when I go over, hang out for a few hours, and I'll take it from there. And sorry, brain fart. I'm going to take it from there. I want to make a short one. I got a couple things to do. Slept in relatively late for me this morning. Getting up at 5 or 5:30 is not late for anyone usually, but 6:10 in the morning, that's late for me. I like to keep busy even on my days off from work. Just how I am. Anyway, I'm going to get back to it. I got to figure out what else I got to do. If you enjoyed, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell that way you know I've uploaded. Thank you all so much for watching. I tip my hat to you all. Take care, my chooms.